My name is Mindy Wender, and this is my good friend, Bialek. Just so you know a little bit about, we're going to share our story. So you're going to know more than a little bit about us in a second. But we just wanted to come on here and share our stories. We're both 15-star Diamond Beachbody coaches. We're both elite coach, multiple-time elite coaches. And we've both seen major changes, positive changes, and success in our businesses. Not even in our businesses, in our lives because of this opportunity. So that's why we feel like it's our responsibility to come on here and just share our stories to let you know how it's changed our lives and what we've accomplished. And it's totally not to brag, and you'll know that once we get into this, but more to inspire you and to show you what's possible. And even if there is, just so you know, there's no obligation to do anything. We are here to serve and to add value. And I guarantee you that just listening to this call tonight, I guarantee you're going to get something out of it. Whether you join or not, doesn't matter. You're going to get something out of this call. It's going to inspire you. It's going to make you fired up to do something. Maybe it'll make you go for wake up early tomorrow to work out. Whatever it is, that's what we're here for. We just want to inspire you and make you feel good, basically. So let me get into my story. So like I said, my name is Mindy Wender, and I have been doing this for 7 years. So before I even got started, though, just to let you know, I was very much, I was very insecure and shy. I still am. I'm living in a small town, but I was from a small town, Iron Mountain, Michigan, small town in Michigan. I was working 50 hours a week as an office manager, and I was a brand new mom. Okay, so that means that I was 50 hours a week away from my new baby, and I hated it. Like, I absolutely hated it. I didn't think all of this through. Like, I laugh thinking back. I'm like, how did I expect to be a present mother and to not miss any of his first stuff? But like, at the same time, I didn't have a plan of action. I was like, okay, so I had 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks at the max, I can't remember, unpaid maternity leave. Okay. Then as I go back to work and I'm having to leave my son, didn't like it at all, stressed me out, was unhappy. Then my husband got laid off from his job. So he's a contractor. He was a contractor. And he was laid off from his job, and he was the breadwinner, like made the most money. So that was a huge hit. Like, oh my God, not only did I was trying to find ways that I didn't have to go to work so I could be at home with Lane, my son, but now he's laid off from his job. So I was working 40 hours a week at that point, and that's when I bumped it up to 50 hours a week so I could make ends meet. We ended up having to get on state assistance. We were just broke as a joke. Honestly, we were broke as a joke. I'd go to the grocery store to get our groceries, and my card would get declined. It was just a very low point in my life, a very low point in my life. And guess what I did about it, guys? Nothing. I had no plan of action. I did nothing about it except for complain and continue to go through the motions of life, being unhappy, being stressed, missing out on Lane stuff, and being a nagging wife. Like, just saying, Brad, when are you going to fix this? Brad, when are you going to do this? And he was already actively looking for work. So I don't know what I was trying to do there. Then one day I just had this, when timing's right and a situation or a person or a thing just comes to your life, kind of like maybe tonight when somebody just posted this on Facebook and you saw it and you were drawn to come click on the link and come on here, or somebody messaged you and said, hey, you should join this. And something in you said, yes, I'm going to join it. It was kind of like that. And I thought, I need to do something different. This isn't working. And so all I wanted to do is think back to when I did feel good. The last time in my life I felt good, and it was when I was working out. So I had this program called Turbo Jam, and it was at home thing. So I thought it would work great for me since I was working so much, and I had Lane this way. I didn't have to go to a gym or get a gym membership or anything like that. I could just do it whenever I felt like it at my house, and I wouldn't have to leave Lane. Lane could be crawling around me when I was doing my workout. As long as I didn't trip over him, I was good. So that's what I wanted to do. So I did that. And I started doing it, and it was very hard to keep myself motivated because I was not I didn't have a great mindset at that time, and I was short on time and everything like that. So I went on social media to follow people to get inspiration. And that's where I found my coach. I found my coach there, and she had, I was following her a little bit, and she had mentioned something about coaching. And of course, what came to my mind? Fearful thoughts. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I have no time. I have no money. I'm not a fitness professional. It just that I was unqualified for it. And I was actually scared to even ask her what it was about, because I was nervous that she'd laugh in my face and be like, dude, you're not even a fitness professional. How could you do that? You have no business background. Like, you're from a small town. You have no community. You have no network of people. Like, no, that's not going to work out for you. But I did it anyway. I asked her anyway, and she was so sweet. And she sent me to something like this, actually, to be honest. It was like a webinar format. And on that webinar, just the sense I got from it was, why not me? You know what I'm saying? That was like the first time in a long time, maybe even in my life, that I felt I need to be part of this community. Like, there's people on there, there's coaches in this, other coaches that were in the comment section saying stuff, and everyone was so encouraging and positive. And I was just like, and then there was a mom speaking, saying that she was able to do this while working, and still she had 2 kids. And I was just like, and she seemed so down to earth. And then another selling point for me is that she did it on social media. Why was that a selling point for me? Because I'm from the smallest town on the planet. And because I was busy. So I was thinking I was going to have to like go out there and actively get out of my house and find time to do that. But then when I found out that I didn't need to do that, and I could schedule my business hours on my computer before my kids wake up, before I left for work, or on my lunch break, or after my kids go to bed, after Lane went to bed. When I knew I could do that, it's like, that just was very intriguing to me. So I didn't want to mention that, just in case you can relate to that at all. So I signed up. I of course, I had every fear that you could possibly have, and every doubt and every concern. But there was something in the back of my head that said, you know what? All of these other people, when they started, probably felt the same way. And I'm here to tell you, now that I've been doing this for 7 years, every coach does start out that way. I haven't talked to or added one coach on my team that was like, sign me up, I'm ready to go, I'm just so confident, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to be the best ever. They're like, holy shit, am I going to be able to do this? You know, they're a little nervous. And that's normal. So if you're feeling any of those things, please know that I felt that way too. So I signed up, and right away, it was just like, I signed up, and I just wanted to do well at this, because I just had this feeling like this was going to be it for me. This was going to be that thing that was going to change my life, that thing that was going to make me happy, that thing that was going to get me home with my son Lane, that thing that was just my answer to everything that I was concerned about, you know? And so I jumped in, and what I did is, first of all, I am I won't say like the most honest person ever, but I find myself to be a very honest person. I feel very weird selling people stuff. My dad owned a business. That's where I was an office manager for years and years of my life. Like, growing up, I worked at the store, and he would always try to get me out on the sales floor to sell stuff with him. And he was like the best. And he's like the nicest, most humble, honest man that you could ever meet. And so I don't know why that always held me back, knowing who my dad's character was, but it always held me back. And I always told him, no, I cannot sell stuff. I suck at sales. It's awkward. It's weird. I can't. That's what I always told myself. And I would never do it. Like, if a customer came up to me and I had to even like help them till my dad was ready, it would make me like nervous. Like, I'm sweating. So that was a concern of mine. So what I knew I had to do is, I could never, ever, 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 ever tell somebody, you need to do this, but I'm not using myself. Drink this, or do this workout, or use this makeup. I'm talking not even coaching. I'm talking like my whole life. I could not tell somebody to use something unless I had experience with it and that I was doing it myself. So number one thing when I started is like, I got to be a product of the product. I got to lead by example, and I'm not going to be fake. That's one thing. I'm going to be who I am, bluntly who I am. And if people like it, great. And if they don't, oh well. And so that was the first thing I did, is wanted to be a product of the product. And I also, like I said on the webinar, I saw that community of people. So I wanted to get fully involved in that. So I joined somewhat of like a challenge group with the team I joined. We were all kind of holding each other accountable through our workouts. And, you know, knowing that they were waiting there to see if I checked in that day, that's what kept me going. It was like the first time that I stuck to a program for longer than like 14 days. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really working. I started to feel better. And I just was doing what I said I was doing. And it was because of that community that was uplifting and positive. And so then after I saw how much that helped me, what did I want to do? I wanted to do the same thing. So I created my own group where I could invite my friends and family. And then I would go use social media as my tool to go out there and meet people who had the same interests as me. Like I'm obsessed with Disney World. Obviously I was a new mom. So just different things like that. I would connect with people online and I would invite them after getting to know them and stuff like that and building a relationship. I would invite them to take part in my group because I know what it did for me. I knew how it changed my life and how good I was feeling. And my son is now watching me and he's doing these workouts with me. He started drinking Shakeology, and this was months later, of course. So I like knew what it was doing for my family. And then I see my dad, he lost 30 pounds in 30 days after I got him on Shakeology. And that was like pulling teeth. He's been my hardest customer to get on Shakeology, but I made him a bet and just kind of like manipulated him into doing it, which is, I don't recommend, but it was my dad, so I could do. And he lost 30 pounds and he has drank it ever since then. He was sold. And then he was a testimony that I could share with others. So anyways, it was just paying it forward through my family, friends, and new people that I met online. Mm-hmm. And I just kept doing that. And I kept changing, like seeing these people writing me messages every single day, like, Mindy, your group, I'm in the first time I wore skinny jeans in 4 years or whatever it was. And that was addicting to me. Like that kept me going. That kept me coming back. And so I just kept doing that. And what it did for my life, that's what it did for other people's life. What it did for my life is after 1 year of doing this, I was able to quit my job. The job I was doing 50 hours a week, I built my income up enough after 1 year that I was earning like quadruple what I was earning at my full-time job. I was earning that just in Beachbody alone, quadrupled my income in 1 year. And I was able to quit my full-time job. We were able to pay off debt. We were able to get me a new SUV. Just like all of these things just started to fall into place. And I was just like, I found my passion. This is what I was meant to do. This is what God put me on earth to do, is to add value to others and help these people. And this is something that I'm passionate about. And I finally found it. I was just so happy. And I mean, since then, so many other things have happened where, now I have 3 children. So I get to run my business at home with 3 kids. And that means that, the story that I had to do with Lane and leave him and go to work. Well, that's 2 kids that I did not have to do that with. I got to come home from that hospital, stay home with them, and not stress about how am I going to pump at work, or how am I going to find a sitter or a nanny, or missing out on all those first things. I didn't have to do that with my other 2 kids, which was a blessing. I don't have to miss Lane's activities at school. I mean, I could go on and on with all these things. And then not to mention that, but our income has doubled or tripled every year. And 4 years into the business, I was as much as I was earning in an entire year. The amount that we were earning annually, Brad and I together in 2009. What we earned annually in 2009, 4 years later, on my 4-year anniversary or whatever, that's how much I was making weekly. I'm going to repeat that. What I used to be making annually, 4 years later, I was making that weekly. That's the blessing. And now I'm able to, we paid off debt. We built our dream home. We took out a 30-year loan for this house right here, and we paid it off 29 years early, debt free. So, I mean, I'm not going to keep going on and on. I want you to hear Tara's story, but what I do want you to know is that this has completely changed my life. This has completely changed my life. I've been able to do this as a busy mom, fit it in the mom cracks during nap time, before kids wake up, after they go to bed, stuff like that. It doesn't take me away from my family. It's still a part-time thing, but I earn a full-time income. And so just in case any of that intrigued you, before we get into Tara's story, I just kind of wanted to give you a couple details about what coaching is, just the straight up details of what coaching is all about. And also I do want to mention that the personal development that I've got from coaching, I feel like I kind of owe Beachbody money, because like it's completely changed my life just in personal development alone. I've like read like a book every 1 to 2 weeks since I started. So, I mean, it's just really, it inspires you to work on yourself to become a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better daughter. It's just like, you want to strive to be your best. And that's kind of what it does. So let me go into quickly just what coaching is about. So let's just say you decide, Mindy, that sounds great. I loved your entire story or whatever. I do want to do this. I do want to step outside my comfort zone. I do want to feel good every day. I do want to be happier. I do want to be healthier and learn about wellness. And I do want to add value to other people. if you're feeling any of those things, yes, there's going to be fear, doubts, and concerns, trust me. But if you're also feeling those other things, this is kind of what you need to do, okay? So as a coach, if you decide to join, just so you know that Beachbody is super, super popular, and they spend $2+ million every single year on advertisement. So, when you start your own business, you usually have to pay for advertising. Beachbody does that all for you. They're all over the TV all the time. Celebrities are using them. They're very well known. So you don't have to pay for advertising unless that's something you want to do, but it's super, super well known product. You get 25% commission. So let's just say you're doing a challenge group like I just mentioned. Let's say you invited your friends and family, new people you're meeting into your own challenge group. All you have to do is direct them to your link. Beachbody gives you a link. You have your own website. It's all done for you. It's all updated for you all the time. You don't have to do that. All you do is get a link and you send those people to that link, and then immediately you will earn, or once a week you're paid, but you will get paid 25% commission on any sales from your website, okay? There is no pressure to make sales. It's not like one of those things that you need to make sure that you're selling X amount of dollars every single week or month or whatever. It's not like that. There's no pressure to make sales or to increase in rank, but if you want to, by all means, you can do that. Or you can just sign up to enjoy the discounts. The discounts alone are worth it with coaching. You will get paid if you decide to build a team of people. So you train people to kind of do what you're doing. And then they can pay it forward to their friends and family and people they meet. There's another way to earn besides the commission, the 25% commission. You can be paid a team cycle bonus. That's basically you get rewarded for helping your team succeed. It's pretty awesome. But obviously that's only if you grow your team, if you want to do that. And this is a cool thing. You get 25% discounts on all products. So you get a 25% discount on everything you order, including Shakeology, which that alone, if you're planning on drinking Shakeology, which I can't even get into, maybe Tara will get into that because it's seriously, I would go on and on and on because I'm so obsessed with it. Like I told you, my dad lost 30 pounds in 30 days, got off of his cholesterol medication. I could go on and on about Shakeology and especially what it's done for my daughter. But anyways, that alone, that discount on Shakeology alone is worth it. You get free trainings and webinars and conference calls and everything. So it's like that's one thing that our team, out of any other team, we can guarantee you will get so much training and inspiration and motivation. You will never be left like, oh my God, what do I do? We give you a roadmap, a plan of action. You will know exactly step by step what to do. That is no concern. So I know that was something that I was kind of like, oh, what am I going to do? But I promise you will have that covered. And then the person who invited you to watch this, they would actually be your mentor and your like virtual cheerleader, if you will. And they'll help you through anything. If you have doubts or concerns or a question or whatever, go to them and they're going to help you walk you through that. So you're not alone in this. We walk through it and help you through everything. You don't have to stock products. I know that was a concern of mine too, because my sister was a network marketer and I was like, I don't want to stock products. I don't want to do home parties. You can totally do home parties if you want, by the way, but you don't have to, which that was like music to my ears when I found that out. I was like, oh, thank God. Being a shy person, I did not want to do that. But yeah, you don't have to stock products. You don't have to deal with the customer service, nothing. Beachbody does that all for you. So if somebody orders something and they have a question or whatever, Beachbody is going to package it up, send it to them, take care of the customer service. Everything is done for you. Again, all you have to do is direct them to your link. And you know why that is? Beachbody wants you to focus on helping them get results. They don't want you to have to worry about packaging things up and selling and shipping stuff and delivering stuff and customer service. They want you to only worry about what you need. The most important thing is getting your people results and helping them stay accountable. That's why coaching was created to begin with. There's a huge support system. This community, the community is everything. The community of our team is just like one big family and you're going to be part of that. And it's amazing. And to start up, okay, we're going to go into Tara's story in a second here, but to start up, all it is, you guys, is $39.95 to join. And then starting your second month, and that's just like to sign up and you get something in the mail with some training things and stuff like that. But that's just to sign up. It's $39.95. Starting your second month, it's $15.95, $15.95, and that's monthly. And that's starting your second month. And that's for your website, and that's for maintenance, and that's for your online office. And you get a couple different websites and stuff. So it's pretty cheap if you think of that. If you've ever created a website or had to update your website all the time, Beachbody is going to update the new products, the sales, everything. They'll organize all your customers for you. That you'll get to be able to run reports on all that. Everything is just kind of organized for you and taken care of by Beachbody, and that's $15.95. Now, I would feel guilty if I didn't tell you this. This is not something you have to do, so please don't think that. But I know that I've had coaches come back to me and want to do this after they've joined, and they can't. So then they're mad at me that I didn't tell them beforehand. So I've learned my lesson, and I will never, ever not tell somebody this. 99% of my coaches are signing up this way, just so you know, because it is the biggest bang for your buck. It's and you're getting started off on the right foot, which leads to success in your business. So the way that 99% of my coaches are signing up is joining with a challenge pack. A challenge pack is a fitness program of your choice, Shakeology flavor of your choice, and a 30-day trial of the club membership. Or probably more often than not nowadays, what people are signing up with is the All Access Pass challenge pack. So the All Access Challenge Pack, what that is, it's super cool, you guys. So you get access to every single Beachbody workout program on Beachbody On Demand. Listen to this. Every program at your fingertips to stream anywhere at any time from any device. You get that for a whole year, 12 months. Isn't that insane? So you get every program for 12 months and you get Shakeology Home Direct flavor of your choice. And I mean, that just blows my mind. All of that is $199. The other challenge pack I was talking about starts at $160 and goes up. And then the All Access Challenge Pack is $199. Now, here's why everyone joins with that. I mean, I know that sounds awesome. And both of those are highly discounted. If you did the math and calculated what the programs are, how much Shakeology is and all that kind of stuff, they're majorly discounted. But here is why. Here's like another benefit and why people are like, okay, now I'm like in. This is definitely the way I'm joining. Because your $39.95 sign-up fee that I just talked about a second ago to sign up, that's completely waived. So if you get a challenge pack during sign-up, you get that $40 sign-up fee waived. So you see why 99% of my coaches are doing it. So, okay, so I don't want to talk about that anymore and numbers and all that kind of stuff, but I just wanted you to have that information if you're getting pulled in that direction after hearing my story, and you're going to be hearing Tara's in a second here. That's the information to join. All you have to do is go to the person who invited you to this webinar, and they will give you more information or answer any questions you have. So now let me welcome my coach and one of my best friends ever, Tara Bialek. She joined, she's going to share her story, but she joined a couple years ago, and she was I just knew it from day one when she joined. I was like, this chick is going to be successful at this. She's going to go for it. She did go for it from day one, was going for it. And why? Is because she was leading with the right intentions. She wanted to serve other people and help other people. And she was wanting to get them in that challenge group and getting them results. It just was amazing. So, I'll
hop on.
Okay. I just got a text. I just want to make sure everyone could see me and everything. Okay. So I'm going to have Tara take over from here. But anyways.
Awesome. Mindy totally rocked that and covered everything that you need to know. So guys, I'm just going to kind of run through my story. I don't want to keep you on too long, but also see that creepy photo in the background. I know you keep seeing it pop up. Let me just tell you a quick little story about that. So this is what we got as elite coaches. It's pretty cool, right? But it's in my office. It's not hanging out in my foyer. But my son is like, Mom, I don't think I could bring anyone over to go in your office because that scary photo in there. I'm like, oh, nice. Thanks, Hunter. Thanks so much. So my kids think it's super scary, but it's pretty fun. And those are just some things that you get as a coach. You can get trips that Success Club trips. We are going to Punta Cana in a month because of Beachbody. That's something that we would have never been able to do. We're actually taking our kids, and this is the first trip as a family that we are flying on a plane together. I've taken them somewhere once, but now my husband gets to come along, and we get to enjoy a week away because of Beachbody. It's not, so that's a trip I earned. And we have conferences. Summit is a big conference that we get to go to as well. So let me just back up a tiny bit and just share like where I was when I started. I'm a mom of 3, and my kids were 5 and under at the time. I was a teacher. My husband's a teacher. It was August. We were looking for another job and feeling really stuck because we were less than paycheck to paycheck, struggling. My husband was looking for jobs. I was not, because I didn't have time, with the kids and work and everything. And, we just prayed about it, and he felt like the Lord was telling him to rest, have patience. And that's something that neither of us have. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, I'm sitting and I hear about this Beachbody thing. Now, Beachbody I've used before because I've used P90X. So some of Beachbody programs you guys are probably familiar with. And that would be like P90X and Insanity, T25, 21-day fix. There are so many, like Mindy talked about, and now we have access to them all, which is cool. But I started with P90X, and I actually bought it after I had my first baby because I couldn't go to the gym. I needed to feel better about myself because I was heading down a dark road. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't know how to get back into shape. I felt lonely. When you have a newborn home, it's hard. It's really hard. It's such a different stage of your life that I don't know, and I don't think you're ever ready for it, but I believe truly that you need that sense of community, and I was lacking that for sure. So I heard about coaching. I found Mindy on YouTube, just like this type of thing, guys. And I'm like, this girl is so real, normal, and like me. Like, if she could do this, why can't I? Now, I didn't know much about fitness. I just knew I liked it, and I liked to feel good after I did my workouts. But I felt like I needed that sense of community, and I really wanted to help others, and I didn't know how. I didn't have a platform to do it. And then I saw the financial aspect of it after. I was like, holy cow, this sounds awesome. Let me just jump in and see how it goes. So I did, although my husband wasn't too happy with it. He didn't really see the big picture. He didn't get it. I know a lot of times that happens. But I said to him, listen, I'm going to get the T25 challenge pack. I didn't believe in the Shakeology. I didn't even look into the Shakeology, guys. I didn't want to. I actually gave it to my husband to use because I wasn't going to drink my calories. It was, that whole thing. But then I really dove into the ingredients of it once we got it, because he lost 8 pounds in the first week. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? There's something that must be in it. So I needed to research it for myself. And I actually went to school for nutrition. That's probably why I didn't believe to drink your calories. But once I saw the ingredients in there, and I was like, oh, this is the real deal. This is good stuff. And it's more of a nutritional supplement than anything else. So I started using it. And guys, after my first baby, I suffered from acid reflux horribly. I also had IBS, and I'm telling you, my life has changed. I have not missed a day, and I feel fantastic. I can't stop, and I won't. And my immune system is just killer. Like sickness, my husband and I are never sick. So that's our own personal testimony with it. And I've seen so many others that I have to share that. I have to share how it's helped me. And so we jumped in with that. And I just threw it out there and said, hey guys, my teacher friends, my friends, I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but if we could just join together and like do a program together and kind of keep each other accountable and supported, then let's do it. So they joined me. We all just contributed. Like, it was a group, guys, but it wasn't just one person heading it. We were all kind of doing it together, and it made it fun. And that's how I started. And then fast forward, I became addicted, just like Mindy said. Now I'm addicted to helping people, because when they would reach out to me and say, Tara, like, my life has changed. I'm getting up early working out, and I was never a morning person, or I have energy to keep up with my kids. I feel fantastic. I feel better now than I did when I was in my 20s. Those were the things I told my husband. That's it. I could do this the rest of my life, and I'm going to. So I actually retired from teaching the following year. And I was able to raise, just like Mindy said, like, my first daughter, I wasn't around a lot for. Summers, yes, we're lucky as teachers, but I didn't get to do her hair in the morning. My husband did because he was an elementary school teacher. I was high school, so I had to leave early. I didn't get to put her on I didn't get to do those things. And I wanted to do it with my other two. Like, I needed to be there. I had this drive in me. So I ran with it, and our lives have been changed. Our lives have been changed. We used to live in this 1,100 square foot house with 3 kids. It was very difficult. But now we just built our dream home, and I get to take my kids on vacation, something that I would have never been able to do. Now I get to do this all by helping people. And that's what our hearts are to serve others. We never and I'm going to kind of break this down. Like, how did I fit it in when I was teaching and had 3 kids? I would get up early, and I would always lead with being a friend. I just wanted to be people's friends and find out what they needed first. Never pushing products on people, never trying to sell someone something, always just being true to who I was. And I truly believe the successful coaches are those people, are those ones that are leading with their heart, leading with good intentions, leading because we know how much this has blessed us, right? Just like what we're sharing tonight, and I want to share with you, like, a lot of times I didn't think I was good enough. I wasn't confident at all in the beginning. I wasn't in the best shape of my life. I was still on my journey. There's so many women in our community that join as a coach just for the accountability, just so they can start their journey or in the middle of their journey. Because when you're sharing while you're on your journey, you're real. You're not the perfect, you know what I'm saying? People relate to real people. They don't relate to a before and after. Well, what happened in the middle? So that's why it's so important and that people join as a coach while they're on their journey. And I don't think you ever stop your journey. We all have our ups and downs. And just the confidence that I have received from coaching is remarkable. I am a different person on every level. I am becoming the best version of myself. And I would have never done this ever 3.5 years ago. I never spoke in front of people. I don't have the perfect words. Like, I'm not the smartest at all. Took me a long time to graduate college. Guys, I wasn't a go-getter at all. I didn't even think I had that in me. But once you find something you're passionate about, and we're put on this earth to help people. So it's just finding an avenue that fills you, right? And Beachbody is it. Like, it's like no other because it is everything. It's not just, and I love makeup, I love this, but it's not just making yourself look nice. It is filling yourself from the inside out and becoming who you're meant to become and helping others do the same. That is it. So when I did work the business and how I fit it in was those cracks of time, like Mindy said. Early in the morning, I'd reach out, talk to people, post, and I would post about what I was doing. Like, what I read for personal development, I would post something from there. Then during my lunchtime and then a little bit at night. So there's, like, when people say they don't have time, you do. Think about how much time you spend scrolling through Facebook, or how much time you spend watching your favorite shows every single night, 2 hours of them, or how much time you spend, sleeping when we could be getting our crap done in the morning and waking up a little bit earlier to fill our own cups so we're the best version for our kids, right? Because we know if we roll out of bed with our kids in the morning, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at all. So those are some things that I just has turned my life around. And I've seen it happen in my coaches. I have some coaches that have kids with special needs, and this has changed them because of the personal development that they're doing. It's helping them grow into a better mom. They have more patience. And you know what? Before this, they never thought about it. They thought about themselves first. They never put themselves even second. But when you do these things and you join our challenge groups and you're able to start your journey, you're able to do that. You're able to put yourself and get into great shape and feel healthy. And you're bettering your quality of life. But what do you think that does to those around you, to the kids, your spouse, your friends, your coworkers? You become more positive. You become passionate. You become excited. You're not just living in your circumstances. You're becoming more than that. And what you envision for your life actually comes true because of this foundation, because of coaching. And that's why, like, when you hear Mindy and I talk, we are flipping passionate about this because of what it has done for us. This is not who we were 3.5 years ago. Negative Nelly, let me just tell you, and not just complaining. Everyone has something to complain about. That was me. And I would blame everyone else for what was wrong with me. It was my kid's fault. It was my husband's fault. It was it was my job. It was this. No, it was me. And you know what? You overcome that and you become stronger and you become a better you. So, and one more thing I just want to end with, and then we'll hop off. But the struggles in your life when you go through coaching happen. They happen normal life, right? But I'll tell you, I would have never been able to survive this last year if it wasn't for this community, if it wasn't for coaching, if it wasn't for my personal development, my family. But it's because I have that foundation. I'm able to get through the struggles. I'm able to use them for strength and to become better, and not just to go to, like, I would have been, if my dad passed away this last year unexpectedly, like out of the blue, horrific. And if that had happened without this, I would still be down. I would still be down there. And that's not good for my kids or anyone. So I want to say that those struggles do happen in life. But when you have a sense of community, you have a your wellness plan, your personal growth. When you have all these things, you're not going to stay down long. You're able to overcome. And what that does is just make you stronger and an inspiration for other people so you can help other people. So there's nothing you can lose doing this. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. The worst case scenario, worst case, you get into great shape, you feel better about yourself, your confidence is lifted, you form some friendships where you've never met these people through social media, and you don't think coaching's for you. It's just not a good fit. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you don't move forward. Maybe you just like the sense of community. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario would be that you flip and do all of that and you rock this business. You create a career or an amazing hobby that you're making extra income. You're able to pay your mortgage, your car payments, go on your vacation that you've only dreamed of, save for retirement, build your dream home. You know what? The first thing that was astonishing for me was my groceries and signing my daughter up for cheerleading and my son up for soccer. Because guys, we know sports isn't cheap for our kids. Those were the first things that were like everything to me. And they still are. They're still every camp. Those things that my kids love that I am able to do. So worst case scenario is like amazing. So you have there's no reason not to take a step of faith and just say, you know what? I need to do something for myself. I need to do this. And why not? Why not now? So that is it. I think, Mindy, are we good? Do you have anything you want to add, or are we?
That was great. And Tara, your story is amazing. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you guys again for getting on. But there is one more thing that I wanted to mention really quickly. Anyone who signs up before midnight tonight, okay, so it sucks if you didn't watch this till tomorrow, but if you got on live and you watch this webinar, or if you sign up as a coach on our team, on Team Go-Getters before midnight tonight, we are going to be doing 3 giveaways for Amazon gift cards, okay? $50 Amazon gift cards to 3 people, but you need to sign up by midnight tonight in order to qualify for that, okay? Mm-hmm. So just think of the personal development books or something to do with like working out that you could buy. I mean, Amazon has you can buy whatever you want from Amazon. Amazon rules the world. Food, yes. All right. Thank you guys for coming on. This was awesome. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.